All right, let's move to number 4, effective communication. It starts with keep it simple. Simplicity is needed to convey an idea, emphasize the insightful, and remove the distractful. There's a very crude concept, and I wish I had a better way to say it, and maybe you guys can tell me that way. But the concept is kill your babies. Everyone thinks their babies are the prettiest. All the ideas you have. Be brutal, right? And we're going to talk about that a little later. But when you're conveying an idea, you collect, organize, eliminate. Collect, organize, eliminate. Keep doing it. I remember like before when I would do these research and I download 30 PDFs. I would basically have to read all the PDFs. Who's saying you have to read all the PDFs? Read 5. Quickly scan. Then I would put all these ideas into a PowerPoint. Like I'd have 100 ideas. And then I'd have to go through each one and go tick, tick, tick. Be brutal. Kill them. Put them to the side. Sometimes what I do is, because I find it hard to kill these ideas, in my PowerPoint, I'll create, towards the end, I'll create a parking lot list and put all the ideas behind the parking lot. So the front part of the deck is clean and the back is a little dirty. And I'm playing a game with myself. I haven't killed my baby. It's still there. But the core is good. This is also linked to the 20/80 rule, right? Where I can clean up all those babies if I wanted. I could put them into the deck. But I'm only trying to please myself because the client thinks that my B is his A, which is fine. The next is take people on a journey and storytelling. Think about your favorite movie. And what makes a movie great? It grabs your attention and holds your attention for 2 hours. And there's a beautiful story behind it. So think about everything you do, right? Whether it's presentations or website, written communication. How are you going to tell that story? Communicate properly and take people on a journey. A great story has an engaging beginning, insightful content, and clear conclusion. Talk to them in the language they use every day. Don't use technical language. Just use language, empathize with them. The third is elevator pitch. When explaining something to others, think that you are in an elevator and you have 30 seconds to tell them your story. How would you convey your idea? And this applies to so much, right? Where if you're opening up a client meeting, don't go on for 5 minutes. Cover it in 30, 40, 50 seconds. And this is really hard because, again, you have all of these ideas. Connect it to nobody cares about those ideas other than you. Distill it down to the key items. Written communication. Write the way you talk, naturally. Use short words, short sentences, proper grammar, short paragraphs. Use clear, concise, and precise language. And this is hard. Like I've been at this for 20 years, and I was never a good writer, and it's constant. Just keep at it, and you'll get better and better. And data is becoming super, super important in our written and verbal communications. Because data gets people's arms around it. So when you're communicating whatever you're communicating, think about data. So if you're communicating progress to a client, we completed 50 slides. We downloaded 100 images. Just think about how you insert data into your conversations, how you insert data into your written communication, whether it's presentations or it's websites. The next item is always ask a question. In any setting, always ask a question. So there shouldn't be any client meeting that you're on that you don't speak. And you will have butterflies, if it's especially the first time you're doing it. Maybe it's a senior client. Don't worry about the butterflies. You have to push yourself to leave an impression, because then the client knows you're adding value, and you'll have questions. Undoubtedly, you will have questions. If you don't ask them, then how will people know you have a question? I've been in meetings with like senior CEOs, and I have butterflies. Like I'm telling you, it's like I'm in a meeting with 150 people, and I remember the CEO of a big company came right to me in my face and basically said, "What have you been doing for the last day?" I had butterflies like crazy. So I know what that feels like, but you have to get over it, or you have to ignore it for that 1 minute. And this is connected to the research point, that if you've done your research on the client, you can ask the smart question. So think about that. Document takeaways from meetings. 90% of meetings, you should send out takeaways. WhatsApp, email, whatever the communication channel is. Send takeaways. And the simple template is basically you summarize it. And you basically summarize it into 3, 4, 5 takeaways. Nobody has time for more takeaways. Right? At the top of the email, basically say, here, it was great to connect with you all, whatever meeting, lovely to meet you all. Start in a positive turn, right? Very insightful. Put some compliments in. And then say, here were the 5 takeaways from the meeting. Maybe in brackets, you could put who has the action item, if one of the takeaways was an action item. Maybe you put the date, so you can hold people accountable. And if people disagree with that, you can also say at the end of it, people, please feel free to adjust if I, misdocumented something. So now it's an opportunity to level set with everyone. And if you have many more takeaways that are important, put them below your signature. So you've summarized for their benefit on the top, and you have the rest below it. But trust me, summary is key, right? No details, right? No vomiting. Boom, boom, boom. Crisp. All right, let's talk about assignments. From the technology trends PDF exercise, find one complex topic and create a 3-box slide to simply explain it. Right? So just think about how to simply explain a complex topic. Google importance of storytelling, and then maybe another search is importance of storytelling in Disney. Importance of storytelling in business. Again, feel free to play around with this. Create a 3-box slide. For the work you do at Decklaration, so assignment number 3, for the work that you do at Decklaration, write a 30-second pitch and verbally give it. Make it so that a super senior CEO who's stuck in the elevator with you, or a long forgotten aunt who's not super technical, they can understand it. Use those words. Can you explain your work to the CEO or to an aunt? And if you can't, work on that pitch. Work on the work you do, work on who you are and your journey. It should be very simple, very straightforward. And it comes very handy, right? In client meetings, you should introduce yourself. My name is Salah. I've been on Wall Street for 20 years. I spent 10 years as a consultant. Then I moved to JP Morgan. I did big projects for them. And now I'm at Bank of America. And I work on big projects for Bank of America. Boom, boom, boom. So what is your 30 seconds isn't 30 seconds, right? It could be 60 seconds. For sure, it's not 3 minutes, right? Short, boom, boom. Assignment number 4, Google principles of effective business communication and create a 3-box slide. Assignment number 5, role of data. Google role of data in business. Create a 3-box slide. Assignment number 5, in a meeting with more than 5 people, or maybe go to a talk. There's a lot of talks that are going to happen in Colab. There'll be other areas within Lahore that talks are happening. Make an effort, go to a talk, big audience, raise your hand, ask a question. It's going to hurt. It'll hurt the first time, it'll hurt the second time, the third time. Slowly it'll get easier. Keep in mind, you're doing all of this research on the side. So you're now smarter. You're smarter than most people in that room now because of all of these research tricks that you can leverage, right? So you can ask the smart question. And who cares if your question isn't smart? You're going to learn from that mistake. Assignment number 6. For this section, document the key takeaways. Pretend we were just in a meeting. What are the key takeaways? 5 takeaways. And then you can put the rest in the details below your signature. Or for that matter, for people that are seeing this just in the small granular, go to any meeting and just document takeaways as an assignment. Google XXX great presentations, where XXX equals rules for great presentations, making great presentations, easy ways to make great presentations. Create a simple 7 to 10 page deck on your perspectives on creating a great presentation. So it's a 7 to 10 page deck on creating great presentations. And you get bonus points for finding a really cool, catchy title. Assignment number 8, and this is going to be a permanent assignment as long as you're employed at Decklaration. 1 blog post a month. You have to do. Whether it's something you're learning, maybe it's client related, just make sure client is okay with it, right? You can't just, sometimes it's sensitive information. Every single month you have to do 1 blog post. You will be measured on that success at the year end. There's so many benefits of it, right? One is obviously Decklaration benefits because we have a good marketing strategy. Second is you are going to make your writing better and better. And find people within the space who are great writers. Make them QA it. Make the blog post visual. Add pictures, add diagrams.